So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about life in America versus life in Nigeria. I'll highlight the realistic things, okay? And this video I'm doing here was actually from a question that I got from someone based off my last video I did about do not move to America, okay? Yes, and if you don't know, I have an Instagram page as well, so I'll leave a link. I always have a link of the Instagram page somewhere up, but I'm just gonna put the link on the screen, my name on the screen, my Instagram name. Follow me on Instagram basically, okay? So usually I just put links to my YouTube video on my Instagram. I also put short clips as well. Yes, so I got a message actually, somebody saying I should talk about the realistic difference between living in America versus living in Nigeria, okay? Because apparently it was the same person who told me that they were wanting to move to America, but then they knew all those things and they just thought they would be in Nigeria until at least their kids grow up enough to be independent, to take care of themselves. So so I thought about it. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do this video. So basically, like I already said, I'm going to be comparing the life in America versus the life in Nigeria, okay? Like things that are basically pros and cons of living in America and living in Nigeria, okay? Yes, and like I said earlier, I always say Nigeria on my channel because I am Nigerian, okay? I am from Nigeria and I live in the USA at the moment, okay? So hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mabel, and here on my channel I film about family, relationships, beauty and lifestyle, and I also do vlogs and bring content to you that I know you would need, like informative content like this. If you're already subscribed to my channel, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for always tuning in. Yes, if you're new here and you just see me for the first time, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel, okay? Because here on my channel we learn, we share, and we have fun, okay? Now, in today's video, I'll be talking about the pros and cons of living in America versus living in Nigeria. So, a few advantages of living in Nigeria, especially as it relates to me as a wife and a mom. One of it will be, of course, and very importantly, will be support system, okay? If you are in Nigeria or if you live in Nigeria, the support system that you get in Nigeria is nothing compared to what you will get if you live anywhere outside Nigeria. And I mean, you have support from your family, support from your friends. I mean, you can get support from the neighbors as well, even if, with the way the world is going, there's a thing about this neighbor support. You know how back then, your parents would probably drop you off at your neighbors and all that. Right now, because of awareness of so many things that are going on and just people just being really aware and more involved and concerned about, people are paying particular attention to their children and just what's going on. I don't know about the neighbors being helpful and all that, but the support system in Nigeria is 100. I know I said that in my other video, the video about do not move to America. If you haven't seen that, I'll leave a link to that video here in my channel down in the description box. But the support you get in Nigeria, living in Nigeria, is a lot, okay? From family members to friends to acquaintances, to getting, domestic staff. In Nigeria, you can literally have people wanting to come live with you to help you at no cost, okay? Yes, so one of the advantages of living in Nigeria versus living in America will be support system. Great, right? Yes. Another advantage of living in Nigeria as a Nigerian will be the sense of belonging. When they say there is no place like home, you don't know what that really means until you live outside home or you live far away from home. There is indeed no place like home. So, living in Nigeria, you have this great sense of belonging because, of course, that is your country. That is where you're from. You're very familiar with the people. You're not strange. I also will not deny the fact that there's a little bit of discrimination, probably based on income or based on ethnicity, yes, but the sense of belonging, that this is my home, this is where I come from. We all have the same culture, we all have, at least to a great extent, okay? So the sense of belonging and less discrimination will be one of the advantages of living in Nigeria. Yes. Another advantage of living in Nigeria would just be the fact that, you know, like I said, I'm going to talk about this based on from a mom's perspective and from a wife's and, just an adult perspective. Being home, especially with the children, also gives them a sense of culture, yes. So just being able to, learn culture and learn the language. I know that I lived in Nigeria, but I'm not fluent in my father's language. But, at least the culture basically. So that will be another advantage of living in Nigeria. Another advantage of living in Nigeria will be food. Okay, yes, you get Nigerian food firsthand, not dry, not the foodstuffs that when you don't live in Nigeria you get it shipped miles and miles away. I mean, you get it fresh. You get the home food. Like, it's, for me personally, that is an advantage of living in Nigeria, because I love food and I love Nigerian food a lot. So one of the benefits of living, one of the advantages of living in Nigeria would be that you have Nigerian food, very affordable, very accessible, and fresh. Yes, so yes, Nigerian food, access to food, availability of fresh food and all is an advantage of living in Nigeria. Another advantage to me, if you ask me, of living in Nigeria would be living close to family and friends. I mean, living close to immediate and extended family members and just building that, relationship with them. You know how, if you grew up in Nigeria, the family vibe, yeah. So for me personally, and I think generally, basically, for most people who live abroad, okay, living in Nigeria makes you close to your family. It makes that family bond even stronger and nicer. Okay, so those are the few advantages I would say I think when I think of living in Nigeria. Yeah. So some advantages of living in America would be: number one, basic amenities. I mean, you know if you lived in Nigeria, or if you lived in like a developing world or country and you move to a developed country or a developed nation, you would know what I'm talking about. Living in America, basic amenities matter. I mean, light, there is light. Of course, you have to pay your bills, yes, but there's light. And why I say this, let me go back to just paying your bills talk. Okay, in Nigeria, their problem with electricity doesn't is not the fault of the people, because I know the people are willing to pay for electricity. I mean, constant electricity, because I know how much people spend on just sourcing electricity for themselves. I know it costs a lot of money. So I'm not going to just bring the whole paying bills as a criteria basically, but living in America, electricity is constant. That is basic amenity. The good roads, we have good roads, yes, accessible roads, very good roads here in America. We have healthcare, accessible healthcare. Healthcare is not just accessible, but it's available. Okay, yes. And every time I bring up this healthcare thing on my channel, I am more drawn to making a video to explain what the healthcare system is in America. But until I do that video, healthcare is accessible and available basically. Okay, you don't have to have money you don't have to have money to save your life. Okay, because I say this because in Nigeria, I guess I'll just go back and forth with the pros and cons, because then I want to also talk about the con when it comes to healthcare in Nigeria. But in Nigeria, you have to have your money before you can save your life. Okay, I mean, there's situations where people are between life and death, and they had to die because they didn't have the money to pay upfront for their health care. Okay, but in America, you can get health services, you can get treated, you can basically go to the doctor, go to the ER, or get treated before you pay your bill, which I think is a really great thing, because this life, you never know what will happen. And when your life has to be subject to the money available that you have, I believe it's not a good place to be. So the fact that the healthcare is available and accessible to everyone in America makes it an advantage that America have over Nigeria. Okay, yeah, so that is another basic amenity. Another advantage that America has over Nigeria would be security. Okay, yes, I know some people want to say, but what about the stories you hear about all the things that happen in America and all that? But to a great extent, there's better security in America than we have in Nigeria. I mean, sometimes I can even drive to the grocery store at midnight, because there are grocery stores that are open 24/7, and I can go by myself, and I'm not really afraid that I'm going to get robbed on the road, that I'm going to get my car stolen and all that. So that's the kind of security I'm talking about when I talk about security in America versus security in Nigeria. Okay, so just the sense of security that you feel in America is an advantage that we have in America versus living in Nigeria. Okay, yes. And another advantage that America has over Nigeria is education. Yes, education is also very available and affordable for everyone who's willing to go to school. Okay, so education, I'm going to be really specific. Okay, like if you're in America, like let's go to elementary school, middle school, high school, which is nursery, primary, secondary school, basically in Nigeria. Yeah, so in America, public school is free for kindergarten, elementary, middle school to high school. Is free for all. Yes. So, and when I say free, it's not like because it's free it is low standard kind of education. No, I mean it is high standard. It is the same thing that anybody will really get. So education is an advantage in America here, because children get to go to school for free, and because it's like I said earlier, because I say free doesn't mean it's not good education. It is good education. But in Nigeria, education is free. I know from the last time I checked, they have free education. But if I was in Nigeria, I would not let my children go to public schools, because I know that they're not going to be taught well compared to going to private schools. And now with these private schools, of course, I've researched. I know the cost of education, especially for elementary, middle, and high school students in Nigeria. And for you to be able to get good education for your kids, you have to be able to pay huge amount of money. Education in Nigeria is not cheap. I mean, if you want good education, you have to pay through your nose. Yes, but yeah, education system in America is an advantage America has over Nigeria. And even when you go, all the way to college, I mean university, yes, university education is not free in America. Okay, it's not free, but even when you pay for it, if you have to pay for it, it's worth it. And when I say worth it, I say it beyond the fact that it's just going to college. I say it because after college, there are job opportunities. Okay, now this leads me to the next point: job availability in America. Okay, in America we have job availabilities. Okay, there are jobs everywhere. There are jobs for people who just got out of high school, there are jobs for people in high school, there are jobs for college graduates, and as you go up the ladder, there are jobs opportunity for everyone is available. Yes, but in Nigeria, job is a disadvantage, because going to college in Nigeria doesn't guarantee you getting a job. I'm not even talking about getting a good job, I mean getting a job. So living in Nigeria, going to college, going to university, and coming out, there's no guarantee for jobs. I mean, the job market in Nigeria is so bad that for you to get a good job, you have to know somebody to get in the job, to get a good job. And even when I say good job, it doesn't necessarily mean the pay equals your academic qualification or so many things basically, but job opportunity, job availability there's an advantage if you live in America with regards to job compared to living in Nigeria. Okay, yes, so that's another advantage of living in Nigeria versus living in America, especially talking from an immigrant point of view. Yeah. Now, moving on to a few disadvantages. One of the disadvantages for me personally, the credit system here in America, to me personally, I think is a disadvantage, but it's an advantage too. Okay, there are two sides to that. Okay, so why I say it's a disadvantage in America is that the society or the system we have in America in such a way that, you know, they make people become indebted. Okay, people live their lives, like, I mean, they live a life of debt in America, most people. Okay, because of the system here. And I mean, back in Nigeria, we don't have this credit card system or loan system. Like I said, the system is a working system, it's good, but if you do not know how to utilize the system in America, then it will be a disadvantage for you. I mean, if you're not one who's prudent, you know, who wants to, if you want to live above your means here, then the system can help you live above your means in America. Basically, that's what I'm saying. So the credit card system is good. Of course, you have money available for emergency and all that. So it's a good system, okay? But it's a bad system because it makes people spend money that they don't have and they become indebted, and most people are indebted for life. Yes. And this is not just for credit card. Like, I mean, if you come to America and you, like when I first came to America, you see credit card companies offering you credit card loans, this, you know, everything is basically in, you know, people live in debt in America, and I think it's a disadvantage. Like I said, it could also be considered an advantage, but I mean, your house is not yours, because basically if you have a house in America, it belongs to the bank because you got a loan from the bank or whatever loan company, you got a loan mortgage company to buy your house. So you're living in a house that is not yours. You're driving a car that is not yours because you go get a car and you're paying monthly. And it's a disadvantage because when you are unable to pay for those things, they get taken away from you. So you're living in a house that is not yours, basically. You're driving a car that is not yours, basically. Some people are buying clothes and shoes and all this with their credit card, with somebody else's money, and then they have to leave and work to pay those debts. So for me personally, just because of the system that I knew growing up, and maybe I'll say the kind of person that I am personally, I think I don't completely like that system. But at the same time, if you live in America, you must have a credit card, or you must have some form of credit loan to build your credit, because you have to be credit worthy to be able to get a lot of things here in America. Like, I mean, you can't buy a house if you do not have credit and if you don't have good credit. Okay, so you have to at some point get credit card, get loans, get whatever, because you have to have good credit to be able to live a good meaningful life in America. Okay, and so on that note, I would say it's an advantage to Nigerians because, you know, in Nigeria, what you have is yours. Okay, what you have is yours. If you have a house and you buy a house or you build a house, that house is yours. If you're driving a car, that car is yours. You're not going to be buying clothes when you don't have money. I mean, you pay 100% for things before they are yours, which I think is a good thing, basically, personally, because I feel like I want to work hard and have money before I'm able to afford or buy something. I don't want to buy something with somebody else's money and then I start working hard to pay for that money, basically. So that's me, and I believe that most people would kind of agree with me, you know, on this note. But at the same time, like I said, it's also a disadvantage in Nigeria because now it comes to do with, if you don't have the money at hand, when it comes to healthcare and so many other things, you are not able to do the things you need to do. So having credit cards, having you know, the kind of system we have in America can be an advantage, and it can also be a disadvantage. Okay, yes, so that's one point. Okay, another disadvantage of living in America versus living in Nigeria would be discrimination. Yes, there is still in fact, why did I say there is still discrimination? There is discrimination in America. Yes, I mean, for me personally, I'll say again, I actually did not know the color of my skin until I moved abroad, or until I moved to America. I did not really know that I was brown skin. I did not know that I had an accent. I did not know so many things about myself, my race, my color until I moved to America. Okay, I wouldn't say I have actually experienced racism in the full sense, I mean in my face, but there are some ways you experience racism, silent ways basically, where people judge you based on the color of your skin, where you're being treated basically differently. I don't want to go deep into this whole thing, but I mean, if you live in America, you would understand, or you have a good understanding of what discrimination is as regards to living in Nigeria. Yes, we still have a little bit of discrimination in Nigeria, like I earlier said, but it's not as loud as it is here in America. So yeah, I think that's one disadvantage of living in America versus living in Nigeria. Discrimination. It is loud. It is louder in America than it is in Nigeria. Okay. Another disadvantage, I think this would be my final one for this video, would be the quality of life we have in America versus the quality of life we have in Nigeria. And when I say quality of life, you guys, it's a broad topic basically. You know, when I say quality of life, it has to do with physical quality, emotional quality, you know, health wise and everything. But I'm going to talk about the emotional and the medical quality of life. Okay, yes, in America, it's an advantage, the quality of life, when it comes to medical, because, you know, of course, when you live here, you have healthcare system that works. You know, you don't have to wait to fall sick before you go to see a doctor. You of course, you go, if you live in America, you go for routine check, you know, you make sure, you know, you go for preventative care, I mean dental care, eye care, just, you know, generally check out to make sure you're okay and everything. In Nigeria, that's a disadvantage because we don't necessarily do that in Nigeria. In Nigeria, you have to fall sick first before you go see a doctor. Your teeth has to be aching first before you go see a dentist. You know, your eyes have to be hurting. Basically, you're going to have to be getting blind first before you go, because we're so used to waiting until we need a cure for something than, you know, going to check and make sure you are okay, to prevent and to work to do things to be able to prevent you from being sick. Okay, that being said, when it comes to the emotional aspect of well-being or quality of life, I feel like people have, I don't want to just say like one way, like one size fits all, but personally, or most cases, and I think a lot of people will be able to agree or disagree with me, I think there's a better quality of life in Nigeria when it comes to emotional quality of life than in America. And when I say emotional, I'm talking about stress. I'm talking about how hard we work over here. Like some people in America work, and basically just pay bills, so they don't really enjoy their money. You have to take probably vacation every once in a year or so. I mean, we're always busy in America, like we're going back to back, from work to raising the children to doing this to doing that. Like, you don't get to chill as much as you would if you live in Nigeria. In Nigeria is different, and that also goes back to the support system I talked about earlier, and also the kind of working system we have in Nigeria. In Nigeria, you don't find a lot of 247 jobs. You know, people go to work like normal human beings, 8 o'clock, and come back at 5, spend quality time with family, go to bed, sleep, wake up, go to work. On the weekends they are off, of course, except for medical field, I think, where you, of course, medical is 24 hours everywhere in the world. Okay, you know, some people work daytime, some people work nighttime, but at the same time, aside medical, in America, people are always on the go, work. In Nigeria, people work, okay, but they have time to relax. You know, you go to work in the morning, in the evening, you're able to hang out with your friends, you're able to sit out for drinks. On the weekend, you're able to go visit people. Like, here is different. Here, life is on the go. So I feel like comparing that, you know, basing my comparison on that, I feel like the quality of life when it comes to emotional stress and all that, and unwinding, you know, is better in Nigeria than in America. Okay, so I just want to come here and just compare, low-key compare lifestyle in Nigeria on a general note versus in America. And if you want me to do specific comparison, like when I talk about healthcare, health system, you know, I can make videos like that as well. But generally, it doesn't matter where you live, whether you live in Africa, in Asia, in Europe, in America, Australia, or wherever, there are always advantages to living wherever you live, and there are always disadvantages in living wherever you live. Okay, that being said, I have come to the end of today's video. I hope you enjoy watching this video. I'm going to be making a lot of videos of living in America and just generally on my channel here. Okay, so if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Okay, like, share, leave a comment, turn on your bell so you get to know when I post new videos. Leave a thumbs up, share my videos, and I will see you all in my next video.